this is Miss Jackson Smith, and this is a second grade math video for Thursday, May 28th. I can't believe it's Thursday already. And for this video, I decided to go back to one of your very, very, very favorite things that you've learned about in math this year. So I'm really excited. Today we're going to be learning about how to write down the points on a coordinate plane. We only did one lesson about this a couple weeks ago, and I heard from a lot of you that it was one of your favorite things you learned. So we're going to do it again today. So on our agenda is we're going to do a little warm-up to remember just like a random topic that we learned this year. Then we're going to do some keywords. You're going to watch me do some stuff with the coordinate plane, and then it'll be your turn to practice along with me. So here we go. Our warm-up is coins. We haven't talked about coins in a long time, so let's see if we remember them. Let's sing our song to remember them too. So we've got penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents, I know that. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. Quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I am told. So those are our coin poems, and that helps us remember how much they're worth. When we look at a set of coins, step 1 is label our coins. Step 2 is write them in order from greatest value to least. Step 3 is skip count to find the total. You might want to pause the video and just try it on your own, or you might want to learn along with me. I'm going to let that be your choice. But I'm going to keep going, so if you want to try it on your own, just press pause. Step 1 is label them. So I went through, this is a quarter, quarter, dime. Nickel, 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 penny, penny, penny. Just like that. Then step 2 is I'm going to write them in order from greatest value to least. For this part, I would love for you to write it along with me. So what's the greatest value coin? The greatest value is the quarter because it's worth 25. So I'm going to write down Q, then Q. Then I'm going to do my next value, which is D, dime, which is 10. Then the next value is nickels, so 1, 2, 3 nickels. And then 1, 2, 3 pennies. Pennies are only worth 1. Now, step 3 says skip count to find the total. So I'm going to start at the quarters, and then I'm just going to skip count by their value. So quarters are worth 25, so I'm going to go 25, 50. Then dimes are worth 10, so I'm going to do 60. And then nickels are worth 5, so I'm going to count by 5s. 65, 70, 75, and then we're switching to pennies. They're counting by 1s. So 76, 77, 78. So our total value of this set of coins is 78 cents. I have fun counting coins, and I'm going to give you one more problem on your own work to solve with counting coins. But now let's move on to the coordinate plane. So let's just take a look back at what we learned about the coordinate plane a couple weeks ago. The biggest thing was that it is a set of number lines where one of them is horizontal on the bottom, and then we put another number line vertically going up and down, okay? And we put that on the side. And so when we look at points, they get 2 numbers. They get the bottom number for the bottom number line, and then they also get the side number for that vertical number line, okay? So let's just take a look at that. We would look at a point like this. I'll move my face. And so when we write point coordinates, we write the bottom number line first. So we go down, down, down to the bottom. And then we look over to the side and see how many we went up from 0. So that's 3. You can also think about it as starting at 0 and saying how many did we go over, then how many did we go up to get to that point. So now I'm going to look at a coordinate plane, and I'm going to use those number lines that we just looked at to decide what numbers I write for the coordinates. For the what? The coordinates. So here's a silly little graph with a bunch of fruit and vegetables on it. So my job is, first, what are the coordinates for the watermelon? The first thing I think about is always looking at that bottom number line. So I'm going to think, how many did I have to go over to line up with the watermelon, or just go down from the watermelon to find it. The number all the way down is 2. So the first number I'm going to write is 2. I always do the bottom number line first. Then I'm going to look at my vertical number line and see how far up did we go to get to that watermelon if we started at 0. So we went up to the number 7. So the next number I write is, of course, 7. So we can think about how many did we have to walk over starting at 0, and then how many did we have to walk up. So we took 2 steps over, 7 steps up, so we'd write 2, 7. Or we can think bottom number line first, side number line last. So bottom number line was 2, side number line was 7. All right, let's do it and find some more point coordinates for these fruits and vegetables. So let's find the coordinates for the lemon. Write down number 1, and then I want you to write inside those brackets the coordinates for the lemon. Go ahead and write them down. Okay, now it's time to check your work. How many, or what number goes first and what number goes next? I'm always going to look at the bottom number line first, and I see that I had to go over 9 steps to line up with the lemon. So my first number is 9, and then if I go over here, I had to go up to the 7. So I'm going to write 9, 7. If you got that too, give yourself a big pat on the back. But we're going to look at a couple more. So if you got that one wrong, that's okay. Let's just move on, look at a couple more. And always remember, do the bottom number line first, the side number line last. Let's look at this broccoli. Let's write down the point coordinates for the broccoli. So go ahead and write down question number 2, and then write down the point coordinates. All right, I want you to check your work before you look at this and think, what number did I put first? Make sure you put the number from the bottom number line first and then the side number line. On the bottom number line, I have to go all the way over to the 9 to line up with the broccoli. So my first number is what? 9. Then my next number is going to be the 5 because I had to go up 5. So 9, 5. We've got a couple more plants to look at. So let's look at the strawberry. What are the coordinates for the strawberry? Go ahead and write down question number 3 and then write down the coordinates. All right, it's time to check your work. The correct answer is 6, 8. Because we go over 6 and then we go up 8 to get to the strawberry if we're starting at 0. Last fruit. Well, or vegetable. This is an onion. So what are the coordinates for this onion? Remember, write the bottom number first, side number next. The coordinates for this onion are 8, 1. We go 8 on the bottom number line and 1 on the vertical number line. That is it, Kipsters. You are all done with this video lesson. That is all of your video lessons for this whole week. All that's left to do is make sure all of your Google Classroom work is completed and turned in. So once you're all done with that, check in with your teacher and make sure you have nothing else left to do. But I just want to say I am so proud of all of you. I'm so impressed with all of your hard work at home. You guys are doing a great job. And that's all for now. So bye-bye. I love you guys. You're doing a great job.